Welcome back, Days fans. The week of August 11th through August 15th is set to send shockwaves through Salem. Secrets will rise. Blood will spill, perhaps literally. And as one kiss ignites forbidden passion, another secret threatens to destroy a father's heart. From Marlena's chilling visions to Gabby's sizzling seduction of Philip, this week, alliances shift, betrayals run deep, and the truth cuts sharper than ever before. Let's dive into the dark, twisted drama waiting for us in Days of Our Lives. Something is wrong with Marlena Evans, deeply, disturbingly wrong. It begins with a visit from Susan Banks, a woman known for her unhinged visions and wild predictions. But this time, Susan isn't laughing. Her voice trembles, her hands shake. And then she whispers words that chill Marlena to the bone. Blood, Marlena. There was so much blood. Marlena freezes. She tries to dismiss it, chalk it up to Susan's usual madness. But deep down, she knows better. Because she's seen it too. In her recurring dream, she stands cloaked in black, crowned as the Queen of the Night, in a dark forest bathed in moonlight. At her feet, a red stream flows, warm and endless, soaking the earth. She never remembers where it leads. But she always wakes with her hands trembling, and the scent of iron in her nose. Now, Susan's vision seems to echo that exact dream. And Marlena's instinct tells her this is no coincidence. She begins to piece together fragments, moments lost to time. A flash of a scream. The echo of a gunshot. A bloodied cloth in her hands. Is it real? Or is her mind playing tricks on her again? Could she be remembering a trauma she repressed? Or worse, could Marlena be involved in something far darker than anyone imagined? The psychic threads begin to tighten. The warning from Susan, the blood in her dreams, and the eerie pull of that Queen of the Night persona. Marlena starts to fear that she's not just witnessing a mystery. She is the mystery. And if the truth surfaces, it might not only destroy her. It could shake the very foundations of Salem. Sarah Horton Kuriakis thought it would feel like justice. She thought that kissing Brady black, right in front of Xander, would give her a sense of power. After all, Gabby had just made a bold move on Xander, stealing a kiss without shame. And Sarah, reeling from jealousy and betrayal, acted on impulse. She turned to Brady, caught him off guard, and kissed him. But now, in the cold light of day, that one kiss weighs heavy on her conscience. She didn't just use Brady, she dragged him into the chaos of her unresolved feelings for Xander. Now, her emotions are in a spiral. Was it just revenge? Or did her heart flutter in that moment of contact? Brady senses the inner turmoil. In a quiet, sincere conversation, he reassures her, he's not angry. In fact, he hints that he wouldn't mind repeating that kiss, somewhere private. No drama, no games. But Sarah knows it's not that simple. Because behind her eyes lies a secret so dangerous, so explosive, it could ruin Brady's life. She knows the truth about Tesoro, the baby boy Sophia secretly gave away. She knows that Brady is the child's father, and that Sophia has been hiding it under the guise of a closed adoption. Because of medical confidentiality laws, Sarah can't reveal the truth. But every time she sees Brady, every time he smiles, the guilt gnaws at her soul. If Brady ever discovers that Sarah's been silently protecting Sophia's web of lies, their entire friendship, maybe more, will be shattered. And with emotions heating up between them, one more kiss could push them straight into a romantic entanglement built on a foundation of lies. Will Sarah confess before it's too late? Or will her silence cost her the one person who truly sees the good in her? Tate Black has never felt more alone. Ever since Sophia Choi told him she gave birth to his child and handed the baby over to a mysterious adoptive couple, Tate has been spiraling, haunted by questions, regret, and an overwhelming desire to do something. So, he picks up a pen and begins to write. In this letter, simple, honest, and raw, he pleads not as a teenager, but as a father. He writes directly to the supposed adoptive parents of the child, begging for just one moment, one chance, to see the baby. To know his child is safe. To tell them, I'm here, and I care. But what Tate doesn't know is that everything Sophia told him was a lie, or at the very least, only half the truth. The child isn't a girl. It's a boy, and there were no finalized adoptive parents. Tesoro, the baby Sophia tried to erase from her life, is being secretly cared for at the Hernandez residence. And standing guard over the truth like a fortress? Melinda Trask. Melinda intercepts the letter before it ever leaves Salem. Cold, clinical, calculated. She knows that if Tate learns the truth, the dominoes will fall, and fast. So she drafts a reply. And it's brutal. She tells Tate that the adoptive parents want no contact. That they need time to bond. That this is what's best for the child. Her tone is sympathetic, but her words are a death sentence to Tate's hope. She tells him, in so many words, let go. But Melinda is spinning lies of her own. Lies meant to protect Sophia. Lies meant to keep Salem's upper crust from scandal. And in doing so, she's destroying a young man who only wants to do what's right. Tate, devastated, reads the response with tears in his eyes. He crumples the letter, but inside, something awakens. Doubt. Determination. Because something doesn't feel right. Why can't he know his own child? Why the secrecy? And why is everyone around him, especially Sophia, so afraid of the truth? Melinda may think she's buried the story. But Tate isn't done digging. And the truth, about Tesoro, about Sophia, about what really happened in that hospital room, isn't going to stay hidden forever. Gabby Hernandez has never played fair. She plays to win. And her newest target? Philip Kuriakis. It begins in the boardroom at Titan Industries, where Philip is trying to focus on reviving the family company. Gabby, dressed to kill and oozing confidence, offers her help, but her intentions are far from corporate. She leans in close, speaks in hushed tones, flatters his ego, and plants seeds of intrigue. Philip, still emotionally vulnerable and eager to feel relevant again in the Kuriakis empire, finds himself drawn to her, against his better judgment. Gabby knows exactly what she's doing. Behind every smile, there's strategy. Behind every touch, there's a transaction. She doesn't just want Philip. She wants his access, his influence, his land. Because Gabby has a bigger plan in motion. One that involves reclaiming Titan property and expanding her reach over Salem's business and political landscape. And if seducing a powerful man is the cost, she's willing to pay it. One drink leads to another. One look lingers too long. And suddenly, passion takes over. In a whirlwind night of lust and manipulation, Gabby and Philip end up tangled between the sheets. But for Philip, the morning after is anything but romantic. He wakes up disoriented, unsure whether he made a mistake, or was played like a pawn. Gabby, meanwhile, slips into her clothes with a smile, not because she's falling in love, but because the next phase of her plan just began. Will Philip realize he's being used before it's too late? Or will he become another casualty in Gabby's ruthless game of seduction and domination? One thing is certain, this wasn't just a night of passion, it was a power move. And Gabby is just getting started. Over on the quiet side of Salem, where DiMera drama often brews in whispers before it erupts into chaos, Chad DiMera is facing a dilemma he never expected. Kat Green isn't just another flirtation. She's bold, unpredictable, and completely unlike the women Chad has known before. She's not Salem-born, nor steeped in its complicated family feuds, but she's sharp, fearless, and has a way of disarming Chad's carefully guarded heart. And now, they've kissed. What started as banter, shared smiles, and accidental glances has escalated into something physical, real, and confusing. Chad wasn't ready for it. He's still navigating grief, still hearing Abigail's voice in the corners of their home, still unsure if his heart can handle something new. But Kat? She's not backing down. This week, their connection intensifies. Kat pushes Chad, gently but persistently, to open up. They share quiet, intimate moments that speak louder than words. Coffee turns into confessions. Confessions into lingering touches. Yet, with every heartbeat, Chad questions himself. Is he betraying Abigail's memory? Or is he finally allowing himself to live again? There's no denying it now. What Chad and Kat have is no longer casual, it's crackling with potential. But with the DiMera name comes pressure, history, and expectations. And someone, maybe more than one someone, will definitely have an opinion if this relationship moves forward. Will Chad give himself permission to fall? Or will guilt drag him back into the past, just as he begins to glimpse a future? Either way, Kat Green is no longer just a guest in his life. She may soon become the woman who changes everything. At the heart of Salem's courtroom this week, stands a child. Rachel Black may be young, but she's at the center of a storm that could tear apart the DiMera family forever. She's been summoned to the witness stand. Not as a formality, but as the key witness in a case where the stakes couldn't be higher, the attempted murder of E.J. DiMera. But Rachel isn't just nervous, she's terrified. As she takes her seat in front of the judge, the room stills. All eyes are on her, but her eyes are distant, glassy. She clutches the edge of the chair as if anchoring herself in place, trying to separate the courtroom from the growing nightmare in her mind. She remembers the gun. She remembers the yelling. She remembers Johnny DiMera's face. But deeper inside her consciousness, something darker lurks. A flash, a scream, and then, silence. What if it wasn't Johnny who pulled the trigger? What if it was her? Rachel's trauma is deep, and Marlena Evans knows it. She's been trying to reach that buried memory through therapy and hypnosis, and now the clock is ticking. If Marlena can't uncover the truth soon, Rachel might confess to something she didn't do, or worse, remember something she did. The courtroom waits for answers. So does Johnny, who sits at the defense table looking shattered, desperate. He knows Rachel cares for him. But if she names him, he could lose everything. Meanwhile, Kristen DiMera and Brady Black are in anguish, watching their daughter break under pressure. They've tried to shield her from this trial, but the truth has found its way to her regardless. This is no longer about justice. It's about protecting a child from a truth too heavy to carry. And in the background, one chilling question lingers. Could the real shooter be someone no one suspects, not even Rachel herself? As the trial barrels toward its climax, Marlena's visions, Rachel's memories, and the DiMera legacy all intertwine. And the outcome could change the fate of Salem forever. This week in Days of Our Lives, blood stains memory, and kisses come with consequences. From twisted passions to buried truths, from courtroom confessions to whispered warnings of blood. One thing is certain, Salem will never be the same. So stay tuned, because as the week of August 11 to 15 unfolds, every choice will lead to fallout. And no secret stays buried forever.